Hello, this is Everett. I'm doing a bit of a different podcast episode. You may remember that last week I did a pretty good episode about wireless providers and my experience. Well, my wireless experience evolved today, and unfortunately it took a turn for the worst. I freely and uncompensadedly recommended Visible Wireless to you, to my listeners. And as part of my core values, I believe in trust and honesty. And unfortunately, something happened on Visible by Verizon's side today. Today was a very bad day in tech. If you're kind of lost, today is October 4th, 2021. Facebook and Instagram went down. Remember, like, everything was kind of like, oh my God, what did we do with ourselves? Well, I took a drive yesterday up to Oregon, visited my sister, had a great day. It was fun. Got back around midnight, texted my parents, said, hey, I'm back home, good to go. Apparently 6 minutes after I got home, Visible Verizon Wireless decided to take my cell phone offline. I don't know why. I was paid in full, prepaid. I ported my number to them 20 days ago. Like, there was no pending issue. I'm on auto pay. But at 12:25 a.m., I got an email saying, your new number is this. And it was the number that I originally had when I was testing out Visible Wireless. And it said goodbye, and then gave my actual cell phone number that I've had since 2005. And that was after I had contacted someone thinking that it was some like national like communications internet outage issue. And we tried resetting the wireless settings on my phone. We tried reprovisioning the eSIM, which is a joke, by the way. Their eSIM process, if you do go with Visible because whatever reason, of your own choice and not my recommendation, their eSIM process is a joke. Do not do it. If you're going to go with Visible Wireless, you need to do it the classic way and get a SIM card, especially if you have an iPhone. I don't know what the problem is, but I've had nothing but problems. It was a red flag when I first attempted to activate their service because it didn't work right away when their claim was, oh, you can be online in as little as 15 minutes. No, that first time it was down for 2 days before they could figure out what happened. Anyway, at midnight last night, they disconnected the number that I've had since 2005. It was inoperable. Claimed that the number that I originally started was my new number. Then 9 hours later, I get another email at 9 in the morning saying the opposite, that the old number is now disconnected and the number that I have had since 2005 was my new number. But the thing was, neither number worked. My phone just said no service all day long. At 7:30 p.m., I finally got an email from the executive relations team, someone by the name of Nikki. Said, oh, we're actively working on it. And then 20 minutes later, oh, it should be working. Please power cycle your device and then confirm that it's working. I will give them credit. They made it right. My phone number is working inbound, outbound. I verified that when I call my phone number, my phone rings. But to say this was a troubling experience is I'm at a loss for words. You get what you pay for. $25 is a steal of a deal. The Verizon network is a great and solid network. But the stress today of not having an active cell phone, of only having the option for an online chat session where I started out each time as number 48, and it took forever to finally get somebody, not having someone to call and actually get to talk to somebody until I finally got that email from the executive relations team offering a phone number because they were working on it after I blasted them several times on Twitter. And let's not forget twice, Verizon people offered, they said, hey, we're sorry to hear this, reach out. And so I was like, oh, that's odd. Visible's a sub carrier of theirs, so that's whatever, but maybe they're the same company in the backside, so maybe they really can do something. So I contacted them after being told by the Verizon customer service, hey, reach out to us. So I told them, and they're like, oh, do you have service with Visible? And I'm like, yes. And they're like, well, I'm glad that they're taking care of it. We can't really do anything. It's like, do you people even read the tweets and the complaints and the frustration? Do you actually care about the customer? It feels like to me, Visible is another gimmick by Verizon Wireless. It's a V-Wireless scam. They're trying to get people who can't afford the $90 a month for bougie, pretentious, business class service of Verizon. They're taking advantage of people who want good service at a low cost. They're taking advantage of people who can't afford the bougie price tag. The people who don't want to blow hundreds of dollars a month for a cell phone service. I'm going back to postpay with T-Mobile, and I have ordered a new SIM card because guess what? I was so committed to Visible, I threw away my T-Mobile SIM card that I've had since 2015, 2013. I don't know how long I had that thing, but I was like, you know what? I don't need this. Visible's so great. I probably could be back on T-Mobile tonight if I had that SIM card. But no, I had to jump through all the hoops and get my credit checked, unlock my credit so that they could do all the analysis on me and everything and get me going. And by Thursday, I'll hopefully have a new SIM card. And by the end of the month, the week of my wedding, I will not be a Visible Wireless customer anymore. That was a mistake. I just wanted to let you know that Visible destroyed a otherwise beautiful podcast episode last week. It really pains me to have to tear that down, to take it off. It was a nice length. It was perfect. I loved the text in it. I just loved the way it was structured and built. I was happy to put my best forward for a company that I thought was giving me their best. But unfortunately, that company failed. It's my duty to let you know what happened. It's my obligation to be honest with you and let you know that I was taken advantage of. I was led astray by Visible by Verizon. It was something too good to be true. So if you hear any other reviews about them on YouTube or otherwise, I will say everything negative that all the other people reviewed on, I had those same experiences as well. This is new. I haven't heard anything like this from anybody, but I can't see anybody who has survived what I just went through with them who would want to be part of that carrier and be powerless and zero accountability from anybody on their side. So shout out to T-Mobile for being the uncarrier and the original player in being transparent and offering a good affordable rate on stuff. Maybe they can get their 5G situation straightened out here in the Boise area. And that was really the only complaint that I had with T-Mobile. So my apologies if T-Mobile felt bashed. It was not my intent to bash them, but it's definitely my intent to bring light to the shortcomings and failings of Visible by Verizon. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for following the podcast. Again, I am sorry if I led you to consider Visible Wireless. I'm sorry if you signed up with or without my promotional code. And if you are with Visible, I hope you have a better experience than I did. But today, I'm done. I'm out.